back up the hill. So I was trying to go as fast as I could, and then try to get like up the hill with that momentum that I had.
Yeah.
And Panu and Jeff were kind of lagging behind, and I was like, I just got to get up this hill, and I was getting so tired, and I felt like I was just gonna pass out because like my blood sugar was low or something.
Yeah.
And once we got up that hill and we didn't see them, I'm like, oh well, they'll just come. I'll just wait because we've had to wait for them a couple times before. It'll be fine. And there was like this car that was up on top of the hill shining its. It was off parked to the side and it was shining its lights on us. And I'm like Peter. Once we get up to that light, it's probably like a convenience store or like, what is it? A vending machine.
Yeah.
So we'll stop there and wait for them. But it wasn't. It was a car, and that was kind of creepy. So.
It stayed there for long.
Yeah, I don't know what that guy was doing. But anyway, when we got up there, I was thinking, all right, well, we'll just wait. And then like. It was 5 minutes and they didn't come, and then it was 10 minutes, and I really started to worry a lot. I was really scared, and I tried calling them, but my phone wouldn't reach them. I had an antenna, like I had, a connection, but it wasn't going through, and I tried calling other people, but it didn't work either. And your phone ran out of batteries because you forgot to charge it the night before.
Indeed, that's probably the thing I would go back and change if I could.
And I was so worried, and I thought, and you were like, well, let's just wait here. And I'm like, well, I don't want to wait here any longer because the longer we wait, the less of a chance we'll have to have a hotel. And then you're like, well, then why don't we go down the hill and try to find them? I'm like, no, there's no way I'm going down that hill because. If we go down that hill, I swear to God, I'm just gonna like pass out and just drop on the ground.
And then I suggested that I would go alone.
Well, no, and then I'm like, there's no way you're going alone. I'm like, no, that's exactly what we don't need. I'm like, we don't need to be split up any more than we are right now. So then you gave me a sandwich, and I started to feel a little bit better, but I was still pretty worried. And I thought that Jeff, Panu, like maybe their bike tire exploded and they fell off one of the hills, or a car hit them or something. And and then my suggestion was, why don't we go to Onjuku and get the police and try to ride back or something and try to find them, because I don't know what the hell they're doing, but I was pretty worried. And then, well, they finally came, and they're just like, doop-de-doop-de-doo, coming up the hill.
I didn't want to go and get the police because I thought they would come. I was pretty sure they would come.
Well, like, they were just coming up like, hey, guys, and I'm just like, no! You scared the crap out of us!
Yeah.
I thought you were dead!
Yeah, that was scary, man.
Yeah.
Alright. Is that all?
Yeah, I do recommend people doing something like that. Maybe not in America, because I think it'd be more dangerous to do it in America. But if you were in Japan and you had a group of friends, I would say like at least like maybe 2 or 3, because if you have a friend, then he could help you out. But
yeah, I mean, you shouldn't be more than 4 people doing this.
Yeah, because then it's harder to get hotels, and it's harder to like stick everybody together. And also, you should be in somewhat of good shape,
Yeah, indeed.
Because those hills, like, I don't think I filmed the hills, but they weren't little hills.
No.
Those were big hills.
Those were the
like,
Bozo the
those
Clown.
were like small mountains. What those were, so.
Bozo the Clown Hills.
Yeah, Bozo the Clown. Bozo Hills. All right.
All
right. Well, that was an awesome adventure. I'm not going to forget it. We had fun.
Yeah, we did.
Let's do it again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks for your comments, man.
Yeah, thank you. Well, hello there, Jeff.
Hey.
It's a very fine evening, and it just so happens that I'd like to ask you some questions about the bike trip that we took.
All right.
Well, it's like a week since we went, or like something like
it's a
that,
week
5
ago.
days.
Yeah, it's been a while.
So, okay. I want you to sum up the trip in one word, if you can.
Biking.
Biking. All right. Why did you choose biking?
Because there was a lot of it.
Okay, and how did that make you feel?
Tired.
Very tired.
Especially in my legs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you enjoy the trip? Did
Yeah,
you
it
have
was-
fun?
it was
Overall, like, did like the bad and like outweigh the good, or the good? Like, what was
It was an adventure.
an adventure?
And adventures have trials and tribulations.
Okay.
Often involving feet.
And
What?
now, with this adventure, what was the most fun? Like the high point of the trip?
The high point, for me personally, is when I found that Pepsi Twist.
Really?
That was unexpected and
Can you
wonderful.
explain about that? Because I don't know if...
Pepsi Twist was and still is a brand of Pepsi that has lemon flavoring, and I have very fond memories of 2 liters of that sitting in my room in the summertime playing video games and watching stand-up comedy.
And so you
Quite
found... Isn't it discontinued though?
Maybe, I don't know, I don't really see it that often, so.
Yeah.
And when I got here to Japan, I saw signs for it, but apparently I just missed the season for it because it got replaced by some other Pepsi shit that I didn't drink.
Yeah, Pepsi Zero.
Yeah, fuck that shit.
Yeah. You know it's not good if it doesn't have anything in it.
Yeah. Zero was that.
So, what was the point that like worried you the most, or was the most scary?
Most scary. The time we were going up that hill at night, and I didn't have any reflective clothing on.
Because you guys are all wearing black.
Yeah.
All of you.
And we were going up the, we were going against traffic too on bikes.
Yeah.
Which is supposed to be dangerous. And 2 times I got sticks stuck in my bike, so I had to stop. And when pulling them out, one time a truck just whizzed past my head, and I was just like, hey, that's mighty dangerous.
Would you ever do a trip of that grand scale again?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. And if you had the chance to like go back in time and change something,
Sunscreen.
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 Okay.
I hate sunburns.
What else do you wish you could have changed? Nothing else?
You can't change the size of your penis. Not possible.
Well,
Actually, if you
let me tell you a little something I've found on the internet.
Oh no.
No, just
So Jeff, can you explain the story about when me and Peter got split up with, from you and...
Oh yeah. We were biking at night once again. Very dangerous. Only there were no cars this time. In fact, there was nobody around. So anyways, we were going down a hill, and I was behind Panu, whose bike does not take high speeds very well. So I was braking a little down that hill, and you and Peter just went straight on ahead. And Peter, filled with caffeine and cigarettes, had no plan on stopping. So you guys got ahead of us, and it was dark, and we didn't know which turn you guys took because there was a left turn into a right turn, and we didn't see the sign. So we went ahead on one path, and we're like, fuck, where are those guys? Did they go down this way? So we decided, me and Panu, to turn back and look at the sign. And it being dark and there are no cars around, we couldn't read the sign. So I got the bright idea of turning my bicycle upside down so I could spin the wheel to charge up the light to shine on the sign. And it was awesome, only if it weren't for the fact that...
Yeah, so explain like the
can't spin it
Japanese
fast.
bikes, like the lights are worked off like it uses
they
a
got those-
tire.
Yeah, they're not the battery operated ones.
Yeah,
it's just
oh.
the electricity you generate with your legs.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting there spinning it, angling it, like kind of getting it up on a hill maybe, and trying to spin it once, and it flashes briefly. And I'm like, Pano, read the sign, quick. Okay, I'm gonna do it. Read it. What did that say? And eventually we figured out that Panu had a flashlight, and also my phone had a flashlight, which were both quite powerful as compared to my bike light.
Okay.
I'm shooting off for a video.
Well, yeah, is there anything else you'd like to add? Anything, anything?
God, I hate sunbirds.
All right. Thank you very much for your words of wisdom. I enjoyed them.